son nada más que solo palabras, y si no las cumples se van a desvanecer. Algún día volverás tú al lado mío y yo de testigo. Vamos 1, 2, 3, sin estrés. Muéstrame esos pasos, te cuento hasta 10 y ven. Yo sé que tú quieres moverlo sin pena, ven, sin estrés. Muéstrame esos pasos, te cuento hasta 10 y ven. Yo sé que tú quieres. Sé que tú quieres conmigo, amor, de todos esos placeres que brinda la vida y que nos hace tan feliz. Sé que tú quieres conmigo, amor, de todos esos placeres, como acariciarte y conocerte de raíz. Recuperé la fe cuando yo a ti te vi, mami. Bailabas como un ángel, me acuerdo de ese party. No lo hacías despacito, no eras como Daddy, eras como Bad Bunny, tu flow bastante cari, alright. Hermoso y con timidez me gusta, y con esa sencillez que asusta. Sabes bien cómo es que es, combi completa de cabeza a los pies. Sin effects, mami, yo te entono, te subo el pitch y te derrito el cono. En mis historias siempre te menciono, para esa reina necesito un trono. Sin effects, mami, yo te entono, con esos besos, chica, me emocionó. Con tu cuerpo y tu nivel, quieres otra vez. Sé que tú quieres conmigo, amor, de todos esos placeres que brinda la vida y que nos hace tan feliz. Sé que tú quieres conmigo, amor, de todos esos placeres, como acariciarte y conocerte de raíz. Vamos 1, 2, 3, sin estrés. Muéstrame sus pasos, te cuento hasta 10 y ven. Yo sé que tú quieres moverlo sin pena, ven, sin estrés. Muéstrame sus pasos, te cuento hasta 10 y ven. Yo sé que tú quieres.
Hola.
Sé que tú quieres conmigo, amor, de todos esos placeres que brinda la vida y que nos hace tan feliz. Sé que tú quieres conmigo, amor, de todos esos placeres, como acariciarte y conocerte de raíz. Inicio el futuro, bebé, ya tú sabes. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So just having my morning snack.
Eso me pasa, mami, por quererte ver mientras eras ajena, y también tu piel en el mismo party, pero otro ser. Estabas
Yeah,
más
it's true,
buena
Maida.
que me
I'm bringing my cash.
estremece.
Even if I just give it away.
Con la boca y placer, si me toca yo te como otra
Yeah, 2
vez.
fitties. Yeah, I know.
Con la boca y placer, si me toca
It's funny
yo
that there's like,
como otra
everybody
vez.
knows the market price.
Ella era mi parcerita y besaba como niña de
Anyways,
se casó con un pelado fresita, pero no le da lo que necesita, así que me llama
everybody knows the black market price. Very cool. Okay, I gotta remember my passport. Don't forget the passport thing. All right. Oh yeah, everybody. Let me remind you, well, let's not even get there. Let me just welcome you. Welcome you to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of more than 20,000 foreign exchange traders. Could I get a thumbs up? Let's just get that done, please. It's not for me, it's for YouTube. Okay, I'm not asking for your money, but a thumbs up would be great. Cool. With that being said, let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford to lose. All right, good to see you. It's a Thursday. I'm not going to see you tomorrow. I'm not going to see you on Monday. I will be in Cuba at 3 p.m. tomorrow. I will be meeting with the foreign exchange trader, the former foreign exchange trader for all of Cuba, for the country. Isn't that cool? I met with him back in January. It's interesting to have a conversation with someone that ran Forex for a country. Kind of interesting. But obviously that's part of the economics department of the government. And they have a lot of decisions that need to be made to oversee an entire economy. And they are being crushed by inflation, and interesting decisions are being made. And I think an interesting conversation come from that. How would you handle 100% or more? Maida's like the only person allowed. That's true. That's true, right? Like, it's really super interesting. So anyways, imagine you were in a situation where you had to handle 100% inflation for your people. Yeah, a very interesting, challenge. Really interesting challenge. And so he knows economics very well, knows nothing about finance, or very little about finance, which is really interesting. The concept of return on investment doesn't exist in socialism. So anyways, to me, that's mind-boggling. And so there we are, socialist pig dog with a capitalist pig dog. Cool. So, anyway, so interesting. So that's that. That's where I'll be gone doing first-hand research. Okay. Yeah, well, Anywho. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. Today, I'm very interested in the markets. I'm very interested at the prices that we're at, all that kind of stuff. It's a good time to be alive. It's a good time to be a currency trader. It's a good time to be a capitalist big dog. So anyways, I'd like to point you towards some research or resources, I should say. If you purchased my book, would you please leave a review on Amazon.com? There are people that left negative reviews who haven't even purchased the book, which is weird. But I think that goes back so far. I don't think you're even allowed to do that anymore, but I wrote the book so long ago. The interesting thing about it is if you do end up buying the book and making Wiley Publishing rich, not me, I don't see any money. What happens is you will find that what I do now is exactly what's in the book. So I haven't really changed in 20 years or whatever, the way that I trade. But almost 80, 90, 95% of the rules and information inside that book 20 years later is still completely valid for today. Just the stats have to be updated, right? Maida says you should write a book on how to tame your trading demons. Actually, it's called Angels and Demons. Yes. That is the third book in the series. So, yeah. Looking forward to writing that one. So yeah, that'd be cool. If you left a review, that'd be great. I suggest you visit tradersway.com. Oh, you'll find out. You'll find out, Maida. Angels and demons. You'll find out. Yes, if you visit tradersway.com, you'll find, They're a foreign exchange broker. Tradersway.com. Yeah. They're good. They're fast. They're affordable. Okay. The thing is, the reason that I would recommend them to you is I believe that they're ethical. They have an ethical business model. I don't believe that they trade against their clients like many brokers do. I don't think they slip on the in and slip on the out and all that kind of stuff like I know for a fact many brokers do. That should be enough. They earn my loyalty and respect. I think you should check them out. Okay? I won't earn a commission, and no, I don't own the firm. Okay. Lots of rumors out there. So anyways, check it out. Check it out. You should check out, Investor Bootcamp. That's something I've been running for over 20 years. There's 88 hours of education for $88. And many people that have spent thousands of dollars on education programs in other places have told me my $88 course is worth more than a $4,000 course. All right, so one of us is stupid then. One, I could be stupid for making it so cheap, or two, you could be stupid for not taking advantage of it. Or both. Mark says, bad reviews could have been from the poor quality publishing. Yes, but I'm not the publisher. So the way that it works is they approached me and asked me to write a book. And I said, sure. And they said, give us a manuscript and we will give you some upfront money. So I did. And then, which is the process of me is selling the rights of the book. So I'm the author, but it's not my book. So I sold the rights. So I got some money up front. I got a little royalty. But I'm not in charge of the book cover. I'm not in charge of the table of contents. I'm not in charge of the spelling mistakes. They have editors, right? I'm not in charge of all that kind of stuff. Well, Bernd, I'm going to change the name. It's going to be Dan Brown's book sucks. This is the better Angels and Demons book. And, yeah. So that'll be the official book. Don't buy Dan Brown's book. It sucks. Buy my book. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. If that doesn't work, I'll just call it, I don't know, what would be good? Naked Trading by Taylor Swift. We'll try that one, see if that works. Clickbait. Yeah. So what else? So Investor Bootcamp. TradePlans.ai. Have you tried it yet? Hey, welcome to TradePlans.ai, where you can get feedback on your trading idea in less than 3 seconds. You fill out the form, you hit submit, and our trade plans will already be in your email account. In fact, when you open it up, you will see that there's a trade plan for daily, for weekly, and monthly. And again, we can do this in less than 3 seconds. Now, how is that even possible? Well, of course, I'm utilizing artificial intelligence. So my name is Wayne McDonald. I've been trading for over 20 years, and I've been teaching artificial intelligence on how to trade. So when you submit a trade plan, we have thousands of candlestick data points in which we can analyze using dozens of algorithms and help you put together trade plans. You can take what you thought with what the artificial intelligence is thinking, and you can compare and contrast. But here's the cool thing. We also track the trade over time so that the machine is learning from your wins and your successes or in your failures or its wins and its failures. And the more trade plans you upload and the more trade plans others upload, the better the feedback gets. So give it a try. Fill out the form, post a trade plan, and check your email. There's already 3 different types of trade plans for you to compare and contrast with your own. Try it out. It's awesome. Try it out. It's awesome. It is awesome. Okay? It is awesome. Honestly, it's so amazingly fast. Please try it. It's free. I'm spending thousands and thousands of dollars. Yeah. Let me say that again. I'm spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in development work, spending hundreds of dollars a month in hosting it. It's free. It's my gift to you. I'm going to monetize it at some point, for sure, but it's free. You should try it. I mean, dude, it's amazing. Try it. All right. So let's go through the charts. What a world. Oh, wait. Why is the video all messed up? Hang on. What is going on here? What is that all about? Is that it? Is that the only thing broken? I guess so. A little higher, maybe. Nope. What a world, what a life. I guess that's better, huh? Yeah. All right, so I'm interested in buying oil. It dropped down to 79. We're back at 80 bucks. Look at that, 80 bucks. It's a very interesting price. Ooh la la. Oh la la la. It's a very interesting price. Yeah. Uh-huh. So we'll see what happens. Holy smokes, is this interesting. Okay, but not on its own. So you want to look at other things like how about gold? Gold hit our target and is now rallying. I mean, come on, guys. A month ago, our target was $1,891.39. We haven't had even 1 hour close below that point. We hit it, and in less than an hour, it went from bearish to bullish and started going up. Like, oh my God, for a month, we were short, and we spent less than an hour at the target. Okay. Less than 15 minutes. Okay. Less than 15 minutes. 15 minutes out of a month. I mean, crazy accurate. So, yeah. And now, how about this S&P 500? How about it? Yeah, it's another very interesting price. I don't have it here. I'm going to zip over to the stocks. And which one's going to have it? This one might have it. Let's change this. I'm going to go to Confluence. go to smaller time frame, hourly. Okay, and you see it, you see it. This is the expected lowest low of the week. Okay, expected lowest possible low for the week. And once again, spent less than 15 minutes below target. Oh God, as Kanye would say. So is that it? I don't know, but oh my God, OMG. Huh? OMG. 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 Okay? OMG. OMG. Like, seriously. Cool, right? Remember when all of this seemed random? So, yeah. Yeah. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting price. The next one is at 43.50. 43.50-ish. And I hope that's what it is, to be honest with you. But nobody cares about what Wayne wants. Okay, so it'd be interesting if this happens next week. That'd be perfect. I've planned my vacation around that. I shouldn't say vacation. It's not correct. My trip, I should say. Just so yeah, could be interesting. Richard says, hey, making all of us smart as hell. Yeah. Yeah. How does it feel to be smart as hell? Burn says, any chance your trading templates and tools get converted to TradingView? Yeah, it's already out there, I believe. Yeah, I think it's already been done. I know if you're on TradingView and you type in like Wayne's pivots, yep, they're there. Okay, Japanese stock market projected bottom was hit last night, spent less than 15 minutes below and is held up. Could it possibly turn bullish from here? Yeah, that's the whole point. Where can I find them? I don't know. I don't use TradingView. Burned. Don't know. I guess you search. I have no idea. Sorry, I mean, I'm not being flippant about it. Yeah, I just don't know. I honestly don't know. Okay, but yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, Joe Boss is an FX boot camper, a former FX boot camper. Yeah. Ba 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 bum bum bum. ASX, that one I'm less bullish on. So if I wanted to be like, I'd be bearish on the Australian stock market, but maybe like bullish on what? Maybe the S&P 500 turning around, maybe the Japanese stock market turning around. But I don't think I'd want to be a bull on Aussie, so I'd wait. I'd wait, like, if I get a selling opportunity, I might sell the Aussie. If I get a buying opportunity on the Japanese stock market, I'll buy yen pairs, not the actual Nikkei. And I'm very interested to see if S&P 500 goes from bearish to bullish sometime soon. And that's why I'm very interested at this price level. I prefer to pick it up at 4,100, right? Or even 4,300. So we're getting there. Yeah. I'm very interested, maybe, well, I was going to say gold might have a different narrative soon, but it might be too early. I'm very interested in oil, which I've already covered. Could be, yeah. I mean, dude, look at it. Just like it's doing exactly what you'd expect at exactly the right price at exactly the right time of year. And it still might not work, but boy, oh boy, it's interesting. And I'm going to lean back a little bit. There we go. Oh, that feels so good. First class. Nice. I'm going to put my feet up. Oh, it just feels so good. How come I don't do this normally? Oh, that feels so good. Am I even on the camera anymore? Probably doesn't. I don't know. Wouldn't matter anyways, huh? I have some info for you, or did I kill it? Oh, it might be on this setup here. Have you been reading this data that came out? It's just, today is 17th. This came out the 16th. This is the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta. So I'm hoping that you're doing your research. Boo, 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 boo.
GDP Now is the Atlanta Fed's forecasting model for the next estimate of GDP growth estimated by the Bureau of Economic Analysis. GDP Now revises its estimate every time relevant data used by the BEA or Bureau of Economic Analysis is used to estimate GDP growth. So when things like international trade or retail sales come out, GDP Now revises its updates based on the strength of those data releases. It's designed, hopefully, to converge to close to what the official estimate's going to be shortly before the release. Once it gets more data and there's less uncertainty about what that data is going to be, it's going to converge, hopefully, to the actual estimate. Nowcasting is actually a type of forecasting that concentrates on just forecasting the near-term future or what's happening in the current period or the recent past. In the context of GDP forecasting, a nowcast would be what's the next official estimate going to be or what's going to be released in about 120 days or less. It actually comes originally from weather forecasting, and in that context, a nowcast would be what's the weather going to be in the next 3 to 6 hours. Since time moves more slowly in economics, data releases, it was within about 90 days or so.
So, blue chip consensus. Okay. Projecting 2% GDP and as low as 1% GDP. So somewhere between 1 and 2% GDP. The Atlanta Fed has it going somewhere between 4 and 5. 4 and 5% GDP. All right, let's say the Atlanta Fed is correct. What would the Fed do, the FOMC, the Federal Open Market Committee? Remember, Bostic at the Atlanta Fed is only one voice on the Federal Open Market Committee. So if Atlanta is correct and we're at 4 or 5%, so twice as much as the consensus is, how will that impact the Federal Open Market Committee's decision on raising rates? What are your thoughts? Okay. By the way, please click the thumbs up button. I said please. You have to respect it now. It's part of the Geneva Convention. Plus, I'm going over like projective GDP models at the Fed. I mean, come on. Unless you want some get-rich-quick kids stuff. Thank you, by the way. Half of you now have clicked thumbs up. So now you guys are thinking like, yeah, maybe they raise more. Maybe they tighten more. Yeah. Because they're supposed to be slowing the economy down and therefore having inflation fall. But if we have 5% productivity, I mean, look, they actually say 5.8, like they're saying almost 6% GDP growth. I mean, dude, then nothing the Fed has done has worked yet. So either higher or longer or both. Now, I already told you 6 months ago the Fed would pause in September and they're going to raise in November. They're going to pause in December. And I still go by that. Now, you might have read the meeting minutes. I'm going to do that in today's swing trading group. We'll read the meeting minutes together. Yeah, you're welcome. Although I promised to only do technical analysis, didn't I? Well, whatever. So anyways, cool, right? Look how smart you is. Okay, cool. So, food for thought. Yeah, we probably will do both. Yeah. Yeah, the Fed's, the Atlanta Fed's website's been slow today, but I guess it's all these economists going through the update on GDP now. But this happened earlier today too. It was really slow. Stupid. Okay. Very interested in the S&P 500. Very interested in my WTI. Okay, if it was going to fall, we're getting close to that price, but we're also in the buy zone. We're going to get cross currents here. Yeah, I don't have a 4-hour meeting in mind. But who knows, right? No, I know. Okay, so interesting, right? So if it's going to sell, that's the bearish selling zone. I think you can read the English. It's more, the more interesting thing is what if it doesn't fall today? Ooh, that puts me in a real bind. That's right, Dakar. One more rally down would actually fit the economic model that I presented in January to the exact day. Like, let's say today and tomorrow, really, okay? Let's say today and tomorrow is still generally bearish. Well, what I said in January, okay? What I said back in January would be the third week of August, I look for a rally in the S&P 500. Not that it will happen, but that's when I start looking for it. So if today and tomorrow is still kind of generally bearish, or even if today is sort of a bottom and tomorrow is a rally, then I'm like within 1 day's accuracy 9 months in advance. What would that tell you if I can be within 1 day's accuracy 9 months in advance? Well, there's two possibilities, or I guess three. One, I'm a genius. Two, I'm lucky. Or three, there's information that I have that keeps me informed. And really, that's what I'm preaching. I do have the access to the information, and I do share it. And I'm trying to teach it, because if it's predictable, it's teachable. If it's teachable, it's tradable, right? Yeah. Yeah, 20 years of knowledge, but now you can just buy it at QuantBox for less than $100 a month. You understand that? Like, what would you pay to have 20 years of experience? Would you pay 80 bucks? I mean, like, shoot. Amazing, right? Okay, euro dollar hit target. Aussie dollars hit target. Okay, big pullbacks in a lot of these assets. Big pullbacks. Yeah, look what the pound dollar did today. Holy smokes. Well, burned it, and I think some people are looking for that, right? Burned. They want something or someone to do all the work. And it's weird, right? Very often people are like, Wayne, I want you to make all the decisions, and we don't want to pay you any money. And by the way, we don't have any money. And I'm like, what an interesting world. What a fantasy land. right? So yes, the execution of the trades, yep. Well, here's the thing, Richard. Every single day at QuantBox, I do a live stream, and hardly anybody shows up live. So I guess people are watching the videos or not. But if somebody had a question on how to use any part of QuantBox, they have an opportunity every single day to ask me. Every single day. So, yeah, you're like, Wayne, I don't get this part of the tool or that tool, or this is confusing, or how do I handle this? It says bearish, but it's technically bullish. How do I handle this? Yeah, swing on by. Yeah. You watched the 10 a.m. one, right? Yeah, well, I hope you become a subscriber one day, huh? Bird watches them after. Yeah. Cool. On the quant box, is it like the retail trader for a week? Yeah, it's a trial. There's a trial. The professional one is way more powerful. The retail one is simplified. It's a monthly, so it's cheap and easy, and okay, and you can try it for $8 for a week, and then if you don't cancel, then you pay $80 a month. Pretty simple, pretty basic. Yep. Couldn't be simpler. I suppose it could be simpler, but it's simple. So anyways, this pig dog, what a flip today, huh? What a flip. The thing is, what are you going to do about it? Are you a buyer of a dip? Let's reverse this from a bullish point of view if you wanted to. Daily pivot point, confluence, bullish. Let's do bullish point of view. What do you stink? What do you see here? This is GDP rising in the UK along with projected interest rates. What do you see? A series of higher highs and higher lows? Yeah. Great. So I talked about it and talked about it and talked about it. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We talked about this happening at the Bank of England. But not necessarily dollar weakness. No. But it could be played out over here. Let's go here. And I've talked about this one multiple times over the week. And we are now on target. But let's see, how do you trade this? Down, down, buy, up, 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 down, down, buy, up, up, up. I mean, you're going to kill it. You're crushing it on this, right? It's been bullish since the beginning of August. You're riding the 4-hour 21, right? You're buying the daily pivots, right? You're buying higher lows, right? You're buying the Fibonacci retracements, right? I did it again. I put a granola bar in my coffee. It's so good. This is basic price action trading, by the way. Everybody at Investor Bootcamp, and here's the cup. Everybody at Investor Bootcamp has taken the price action course. You need to know how to do this type of stuff. Principles of price action. This video training course is to teach you, boy, oh boy, I have to yell at my developers, huh? What poor English. This video training course is to teach you how to trade on a naked chart using nothing but price and become comfortable with what the hell? Who the hell wrote this, huh? Anyways, how to trade on a naked chart using nothing but price and become comfortable with the nuts and bolts of technical trading before you add indicators to your chart. Wow, what a poorly written sentence. Was that right, JP? Yeah, she's cool. You taught David and Ryan. I certainly did. So anyways, yeah. Yeah. Whatever. You do you. So anyways, we're on target. We're on trend. Everything's golden. It's been a great week. Life is great. Life is good. Life is beautiful. Time for some profit taking, huh? Angel says, you spoke the other day about price action breaching the 55. Can you expand? Can you give me an asset for that? Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jim. Yeah, someone asked for a target on, what was it, pound Aussie? Yeah, use your pivot points. Yeah, I'm not sure, like breaching the 55. Where we are. In that case, typically you're going to use it as resistance, but I'm not sure. If you can give me an asset, I'll look at it. And a time. On what time are we talking about? Bruno's like, I used to watch you 2013. Now I found you again recently. Awesome. I'm not a currency trader, but I like your points of view on macroeconomic. Cool. Yeah, that seems to be my specialty now. It's great to follow you. Well, it's great to have you here. Yeah, fundamentals have turned into my speciality. I haven't changed. But I think what's happened is any idiot can become a YouTube guru. There's no license requirement. People don't even demand education. So anyways, I mean, I saw someone bragging. It was just like something, I don't know. I don't really watch YouTubers, but, or not trading YouTubers, but someone was bragging somewhere. I can't remember. But they were bragging that they had over 5 years experience. I'm like, bitch, One of my webinars has been like almost 18 years. Like one webinar, I'm like, 5 years? You're bragging about 5 years. I spent more time at Harvard than that, and I did that in my 40s while raising children, while running a business, while trading, while doing a whole bunch of other things. You're like, dude, 5 years is like nothing, but you can become an expert on YouTube and whatever. Get rich doing that. Okay. So because so many people have done that, I think, what YouTube gurus can't do is get accepted by Harvard. They can't afford to pay for Harvard. And if they had the money, they're spending it on leasing a fancy car than investing into their education, right? They're not licensed and registered. They haven't passed the Series 3. They haven't passed the Series 34. They haven't traded $1 billion in 1 month. They haven't managed money. They haven't read a textbook. They don't know basic economics. They can't do basic finance. Probably don't know how to use an Excel spreadsheet. And yet they're considered experts on YouTube. And so I think what's happened is I'm the only person that can do it. So now it's my expertise. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's my expertise because everyone else can do the technicals. Cool. Okay. Now, Favor wants pound Aussie. I like that because obviously the fundamentals have changed out of the UK this week. And Aussie's a dog with fleas. So, yeah, that's a cross pair. That makes sense to me. So I'll do it. So anyway, so it's interesting, huh? That I became a fundamentals guy. I love fundamentals. All right. So what are we doing? Pound Aussie? I don't even have it here. So we'll have to do a new one. Okay, and let's make this pound Aussie. Okay, here we go. So going back to this whole expert thing, what I've been preaching for more than 20 years is that to be, I don't know, a sound investor and trader, you should understand fundamentals and technicals. You see? I said that in 2004, I was a speaker at a conference. And that was my opinion back then. Okay? That you should have a sound understanding of both fundamentals and technicals, that they're both important. So anyway, so it's kind of like, huh. So now I guess I'm the fundamental guy. Cool. I'm happy to assume that. Whatever makes you successful, I'm willing to do that. Okay. Favor says, you don't know how to use pivot points? Well, Favor, join Investor Bootcamp right now. Okay. Yeah, no joke. Well, let me ask you then, are you going to join Investor Bootcamp right now? Are you going to join? $88. right? We'll put it differently. I honestly believe you need to understand, for technical analysis, you need to understand pivot points and price action. Those are the most important things. Of 20 years of trading these markets every single day in front of people, okay? 20 years of people looking over my shoulder. Would you pay $88 for the sum of all that experience? How would you like to get 20 years of experience right now? Is it worth, if you did this for 20 years, would it be worth $88? Then you should join right now. And I'm going to open my email and I'm going to watch. Okay, I got my email open. I'm going to watch. And you're going to sign up right now. InvestorBootcamp.com. I'll even type it for you. Good. All right. I'll let you know when you're in. Send it through. Join right now, Favor. Well, we'll find out if Favor's serious. People here say it's worth more than $4,000. Yeah, all right. So, no, Mikael, we are going to meet at 4 o'clock. Yes, I'll see you there. Yeah. You know, put it this way. I plan my business trips around. I would have been in Cuba today, but we have a swing trading group, and I'm not joking at all. I would be in Cuba today, but we have a swing trade. So here's the thing, Mikhail, for me to be able to do this, for me to do the swing trading group and then do the trip tomorrow, I have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go to the airport. So I'm staying to do the swing trading group, and my cost is I have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get on a flight to get to Cuba, or I miss all my opportunities for my business meetings. So normally, if I have business meetings on Friday, I'm going to roll into town Thursday. Now, I can't go Wednesday because there's no internet in Cuba. Now, they do have internet, but pretty much everything's blocked. So Investor Bootcamp is blocked in Cuba, so I can't log in to do the live stream. And even if I did, the internet would be too slow at the hotel. So anyway, so here it is. You're important to me. The swing trading group meeting is important to me. And if it means I have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and then go straight from the airport into business trips, into business meetings, then I'm willing to do it because I care. It's important. I think the swing trading group is that important, even if it's terribly uncomfortable for me. That's okay. My comfort is not the primary concern. Okay. All right, Favor. It hasn't come in yet, Favor. Are you joining? Okay. Okay. So, Favor, you would know, or you will soon know if you're joining. I'm waiting, Favor. Are you joining? you would know the importance of where you are right now, and you wouldn't have to ask a YouTube guru what you should do with your investments and your money. You would not want to rely on an idiot like me on YouTube to give you financial advice. So you should just know. And it's the sum of like me. There's a David Pegler, a very well-respected trader. Okay. I taught him how to trade when he got out of the U.S. Army. He was a very, very, very active member of boot camp for quite some years. Very well-respected. And then I hired him, and he became a full-time coach, coaching 4 hours and 20 minutes per day for years. I got him published in magazines. I got him doing webinars at FX Street. Okay? And he's still doing them. And so you're learning from, like, what did he learn over his, I think he's probably, 10 or 12 years of experience now. So what did he learn about price action? Is it the same as me? Is it different? Well, it's probably both, right? Great. So you can learn from me and from David Pegler. All right, Clinton's in. Clinton became a member of Investor Boot Camp. Sorry, old habits. Investor Boot Camp. Waiting for Favor. Favor's not responding anymore. Come on, Favor. Cool. So anyways, you should know how I handle R3. Now, so the question though is, what is the likelihood of this? Well, it can do anything, of course, but what are the probabilities based on, I don't know, patterns? Okay. But I don't know, Favor's not around, I guess. Favor's not even responding, so I guess I'm talking to myself. We can do Bitcoin, sure. Okay. Back this out. Okay. We're still in this zone that I've like plotted out. Here, I'll do, there's the top there. A long time ago. So if you were interested in getting bullish, you would be waiting for this. It's too early. And maybe it ends up doing something like this if you're a bull. It's too early to be a bull, I think, right now. AJ says, pound Aussie had a strong rejection on the 4 hour. But here's the thing, AJ, what I'm trying to say, in the training courses at Investor Bootcamp, we would have already assumed it before it happened. So AJ, when you say there had been a strong rejection, a boot camper says, yeah, I know. It's an R3. Like, what else would you expect? So that's the difference. So like it had a strong rejection. Great. So what? What happened there? Profit taking. Why? Because that's how you're supposed to trade. So it's more like you either know or you don't know. And it's easy information, right? So if you know, then you have that comes down to what do you do with the information? Do you take profit or do you not make money, right? Favor, you don't have the money to join. Gotcha. So I hope you're trading a demo account. Okay? Thank you for your honesty. I want you to trade on a demo account. Don't try to get money by trading. Okay? I want you to get a side gig and save all your money and spend the next 2 years. No, I don't want you to join. I want you to get a side job, a side gig, a hustle. You're going to have a side hustle forever. Okay? You should always have a side hustle. When you're a hedge fund manager, running a hedge fund and being a hedge fund manager is a side hustle. So you're going to always need a side hustle. So I want you to focus on finding some sort of side hustle. Have 2 jobs, have 3 jobs, okay? But you have to save. And then over a period of time, I mean, it could be years. I traded a demo account for 2 years. Why? I had a real job. Okay? I was a managing director and then a vice, of a department. And then I become vice president of the entire company. And right? So I went from managing teams to managing the entire department. And on the side, I was a Forex trader. So I had a job and my side hustle was trading. But I didn't need any money, but I was interested in mastering the markets. So I traded on a demo account for 2 years. Cool. Why would I risk money unless I'm an expert? So many people want to get rich quick by trading, but they don't have any experience. They don't know what they're doing. They have no patience, no discipline, and no clue, and they think they're going to get rich quick. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. So anyways, let me go back to this. Get a side hustle, work 2 jobs, work 3 jobs, and dedicate money to saving. So like save, make a goal. Let's say in 2 years, you can save $5,000. Maybe that's ridiculous. Maybe you can only save $1,000. But have a goal, a big, hairy, audacious goal, and work and work and work and work, and save and save and save and save. And at the same time, practice on a demo. There's lots of free resources I make available, right? There's a training course on the FX Bootcamp channel that's free. It's only a couple of hours, but it's something. It's good. Buy a used version of my book. I don't know. There's other gurus, and maybe, I'll keep the $88 price. I think I'm going to raise it, but at some point, if you're saving $1,000, maybe you'll, down the line, you will invest 88, and because you can afford it. But keep saving, keep practicing, and after, let's say, trading for 2 years, if you can make between 1% and 2% a month, fairly consistently without any bloodbath months. Some months you lose money. It's okay. Not a lot. But let's say most of the time you make 1 or 2%. Okay. Now you have the experience. Now you have patience. Now you have discipline. Now you have an education. And now you are bankrolled. You see? I want you to risk real money when you're good. When you compete in the real world with real money, you're better than most, and you will do just fine. And this becomes a career, not degenerate gambling. I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but if you want to make this a career, think of it as education. Okay? But don't think of it as the way out. You will trade your way out of poverty. No. Okay? No. Okay? Working hard, saving your money is the way out of poverty. Then the next thing is education. Working hard, saving money, and investing into yourself is the path out of poverty. And maybe opportunity is few and far between where you are. Well, as you grow, right, your work ethic, your reliability, your dependability, and your ability to be smart and creative, okay, this will bring new opportunities to you that don't really exist to everybody else. Opportunity will seek you out because you're the smartest in the room. People will come to you with those hidden opportunities, and you'll be smart enough to capitalize on it. You will grow, and your knowledge and your dependability and your reliability and your creativity will become legendary in your community. People will seek you out for your sage advice because you create value. It'll happen. But that's how you get out. So not by getting rich, and this is what you see on YouTube all the time. Kids getting rich, trading on their cell phones, and living a life of, rock stars. It's quite dumb. And it will keep people in poverty. It'll keep people in poverty. It's just not how you create value. You fall into a poverty trap. Okay? So again, before you can handle serious education, you have to have, discipline and reliability. That's all education shows. Can you read 2,000 pages and write 12 papers in 12 weeks? Doesn't make you smart, but it makes you reliable. It says you have to be incredibly hardworking, incredibly disciplined, and you have fortitude to see things through. And when you do the work, those 12 papers are really well thought out, well planned, well executed, well written papers that were created under incredibly short amounts of time and huge levels of stress. And the value that was created was extraordinary. If you can do that, then that's the type of person you are. And then later on, you can get smarter and smarter and smarter. And then when you go to do things like learning how to trade and being patient and disciplined around trading, well, you're already that person and people know it, people can prove it. And it doesn't matter whether you're in futures or Forex or stocks or bonds or options. You can all those things are there. So that's what I would focus on favor. developing the reliability and dependability, and you show that through working really hard on a side hustle and having the capability and capacity, let's say, to save and save and save. Well, if you want to become a trader and an investor, you're going to learn how to save. Then the next thing is, what's the most important investment you can make after that work ethic of working hard and saving and not spending the money? See, most people don't want to work hard, but even if they do, they get money and then boom, they spend it. Well, if you can work hard and not spend it, look at the patience and discipline you have. But then the next thing is, well, if you don't want to spend your money, that's consumption. How do you invest your money? Well, the best asset you have is you. Better than a house, better than a car, better than a stock portfolio. It's you. You are the value creator. So you need to invest into the best value you can find, and it's you. So somewhere between FX Bootcamp at $88 and Harvard, which $88,000 doesn't even get you a year, right? So somewhere between $88 a year and $88,000 a year, you want to find your education. Yeah. And so what I'm saying is this will not be quick. It won't be easy. It will take years. So, but in 2 years, maybe you'll have the education. You've proven to yourself you're a tough son of a bitch and you can do anything you put your mind to. And everyone can see it. People respect you. An opportunity arrives at your door. You'll be funded properly. Now, it might only be a couple of grand, but maybe a couple of grand in your neighborhood's a lot of money. Sweet. That's awesome. Because then you don't need much to get even more. So if you're doing 2% a month, that's almost 30% a year. Like, you're doubling your money every 3 years. That's extraordinary. Extraordinarily good. And then you double it again. And then you double it again. I mean, in 10 years, you're going to double your money. Right? So that's 100%. Double it again, and then double again. 1,000 becomes 2,000, 2,000 becomes 4,000, 4,000 becomes $8,000. And if you said 1 or 2,000 was a lot, so 2,000 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16. If $2,000 is a lot in your neighborhood, well, in 10 years, you'll have $16,000 in cash. But people will respect you because of who you are, not the money you have in your bank account. But you will be able to live a little more comfortably, a little more safely, a little more consistently. And you want to get there. Now, think of it this way. There's renters and then there are owners. Rent is a variable expense. Rents typically go up. Sometimes they come down, but generally they go up. So how much is your rent going to be 5 years from now? How much is your rent going to be 10 years from now? How much will your rent be 28 years from now? You don't know. And probably significantly higher. Do you know what my mortgage is going to be 28 years from now? If I still have a mortgage? Exactly the same. So what I'm kind of pointing to here is poverty is stressful. You can't predict the future. And the future doesn't get easier when you're impoverished. Do you see that? If you can't predict the future and you can't control the future, then you always have this risk that there's a tiger in the grass. And you can't plan for your future? What if rent goes up? What if my boss doesn't give me a raise? What if I lose my job? So once you're, let's say, stable and reliable and professional, and you've built up a level of stability and value creation, then you end up making lots of investments. You don't spend money. I don't have an expensive car. I have a fancy car, but I didn't pay a lot of money for it because I'm smart with money. So instead of taking on debt to buy a stupid car, you do other things with your money. What do you do with it? You invest it. You buy assets. Okay? GDP. Okay? GDP is equal to, you're going to love this. I'm going to get so much hate. Poor people plus rich people plus liars plus foreigners. Didn't spell it right. Sorry. It's hard. I'm struggling with my mouse. You're like, what? Okay. GDP is equal to consumption. You might work 2 jobs, but you spend your money like on television, on TVs. You don't have a lot of money, but you pay $150 a month to watch TV. Dumb. Okay. Plus rich. We call this investment. So instead of buying fancy TVs, now I have a bunch of fancy watches, but I was going to say, instead of buying a bunch of fancy watches and buying a car you can't afford to impress your poor friends, so now they think you're richer than they are, but of course everyone's poor, instead you buy a house. That's an investment. I make money on my house. My house makes me money. That's the difference. Does your car make you money? No. Does my house make me money? Yes. But here's the difference. If we say, if you consume by spending money on renting a place versus my place makes me money. See, if you rent, you spend money. If you invest, you make money. So this is money out, this is money in. But here's the other thing. I have the same expense for 30 years. I have 30 years of rent stability. Because really a mortgage is just a rent to myself. I pay myself rent. And with that, I pay back my mortgage. And the way that amortization works is it's the same payment over 30 years. Okay, great. So I have 30 years of stability. And this is 30 years of chaos. Who's going to win this game if there's a game? Who sleeps with more stress? Who has better neighbors? The house next door to mine is, I'm going to guess, I don't know, 8,000 square feet. Nobody even lives in it. People come over on the weekend to swim at the pool and look at the lake. It's not even their main house. Talk about stress-free neighbors. Okay. Yeah, uncertainty stinks, doesn't it, Neri? So the point is, I want to get you here. Now, the liars is the government. And they're, right? And so you have a choice. You pay taxes and the government spends your money for you. Or you're rich And usually all these investments that you're making benefit you in taxes. And so you start to control your money. Where do you place your money? You earned your money through hard work, blood, sweat, and tears for years. And you understand the importance of money over time. So you direct where your money goes, what you do with your money, and your money makes you money. And then very often, the strategies you use between your money and your money making you more money, that you can also pay less to the government so that they don't burn all your cash doing stupid things that the government does all the time. So you're like, well, government, I don't want you to invest my money for me. I want to control all my money. So I will not pay you, and I will pay myself. I will invest that for 30 years, compound it like crazy, and then I'll pay you later. But in the meantime, you're not going to keep... I mean, look, we're running deficits year after year after year. So if you give your money to the government, you're going to end up poor. But rich people don't give money to the government, so they're not poor anyway. So it's just like, it's this. Poor people pay taxes to the government keeps them poor. Okay? Oh, we will pay your college for you, but guess what? We're going to have rampant inflation. They're taxing you. That's an indirect tax. It's a sneaky, evil tax. Oh, we'll give you money for nothing. Don't worry about it. It's free. It's free money. Take it. You should think this way. You want the free money. No, you don't, because then whatever you own will become worthless. It's a fool's game. Instead, you want to get money, control your money, handle your money, grow your money. And the more money you make, the more money your money makes, which means you have more money. So your money makes you more money. Yeah. And then foreigners. Foreigners buy stuff. Okay. That's money in. And then you buy stuff for foreigners. That's money out. That's how the economy works. What you want to do, everything you could possibly do in the beginning, is get out of this consumption. So how do you get out of consumption? What is GDP? Productivity. So how do you become extremely productive so that your GDP, your productivity, makes you rich? Work 3 frickin' jobs and save every single bit of it. The money goes into a bank account, and that is counted as investment. Now, if you're a little more wise, you can then take that and maybe buy a mutual fund and have it grow. Now you have a return on your investment, which means your money is now growing and you don't have to work for it. Okay? That turns you from rich to wealthy. So you're being extraordinarily productive, investing all of it over long periods of time. And the more you do it, the more stable and reliable your money becomes. The more stable and reliable your life becomes. The more stable and reliable that you are. And it's all value creation. And if you have productivity, you will become rich. And you're like, well, Wayne, money isn't what I'm asking for. Okay. The more you invest, the lower inflation is for you. If you're productive, things become affordable. That's all. It's not about money, it's about affordability. Okay, that money for free that went to one group got taxed because then their money is worthless, which means they're more poor than they used to be. Why were they more poor? They got more money, but their money was tied to nothing, so now they're worse off. So we got to break this cycle, this poverty trap, where you're focused on waking up in the morning and creating value. Think of society. Think of society when people wake up in the morning and create more value. Okay? A tree breathes in carbon dioxide and spits out oxygen. Is that good? Yes. Your car does nothing but spit out carbon dioxide. Is that good? No. Which one are you? Are you the tree living in balance and harmony? Or are you just polluting the place up with your let's get rich quick or please give me free money? You should look at it and say, isn't there a negative consequence to giving out free money? Hell yeah. Additional poverty. So, you got to break the chains. Think of the meaning of that. You need to break the chains and say, productivity. I'm going to work 3 jobs for 3 years. I'm going to save all my money so it turns into investment. That, by definition, means I'm being productive. I'm saving my money. Savings is equal to investment. And you can actually, literally, if you can then take your bank savings, which is savings, and then put it into a mutual fund, then it becomes investment. Okay? Now you are bankrolled. 2-3 years later, you're a tough son of a gun and you've proved it to yourself all the way through to your bones. Your spirit animal knows that you're tough and reliable and can achieve anything you set your mind to, because working for 3 years on 3 side jobs is really tough. Yeah, well, raise a family. That's tough. Okay? Cool. So you did that. Now you know you can achieve anything you set your mind to, and nothing's going to be that hard. Okay? And now you're bankrolled. Now you've saved some money, and you take it out of the mutual fund, and now you got yourself a Forex fund. You do that for a couple of years, earning 1 or 2% a month, which is 24 to 30% a year, which is amazing. So another 3 years goes by, and then you can show your track record to other people, and you get yourself a new side hustle. You get to keep 20% of those profits. You can live off the 20%. Meanwhile, you're trading your account still, which you've been doing for 3 years, but now you don't have to draw down your trading account. See, you used to be drawing it down to live. Well, you don't want to do that. So now you still have a side hustle, but maybe not 3 side hustles, but maybe 1 side hustle. You live on that, which means maybe you have to live modestly, focusing on investment and not spending, which is consumption. And then after 3 years, you quit that job because now you have a 3-year track record and you trade other people's money, and it's still a side hustle. But you have your account and you get to keep 100% of your profits. And you're living off the 20% of managing your fund. So your fund is now your side hustle. You live on this, so you're still living modestly. You're still not living a rich lifestyle. You worked hard for 5 years and you're not filthy, stinking rich. Yeah, that's called reality. Okay? You had to work hard for 5 years? I have lawn furniture older than that. Come on. So yeah, it's going to take longer. But here's the thing. Now you're compounding your 30% and you're keeping everything. So imagine, like I said, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years. Let's go. Okay? So you only have $2,000. Then it's 4. Okay? Then it's 8. Then it's 16. Then it's 32. Then it's 64. Then it's 128. Then it's 256. Then it's 512. Then it's 1024. Like, Jeez, criminy. You see this? 248, 2048, you know, so on and so forth. Dude, thousands. It's $2 million. Oh, but maybe it's not worth working that hard for. And that's where most people end up. They don't deserve to be rich because they haven't earned it. They're going back to like, I want money for free. Once again, what did you just learn today? The more free money you get, the longer you stay poor and the tighter the chains get. If you don't earn it, you don't deserve it. And you won't achieve it because you don't have the patience, the discipline, the mindset, the focus to do it. It's just math. Money is easy. Think of the best athletes in the world. None of them are lazy. Not one. So, there you go, Favor. Okay? $88. You don't have it. Nothing to be ashamed about. Show me your plan. I can give it to you for free. It wouldn't matter. That's why it's $88. Why isn't it just free? Because it wouldn't matter. If what matters is, are you willing to not trade for 2 years, get a side hustle, save all the money, work hard, be tired, not have weekends, not have vacations, not be able to go out and spend money at dinner or at the bar. You have a very hard, focused life that is extremely difficult, and you're saving your money over long periods of time. And after all that, or during all that, you are still focused on your education and building yourself up. Personal net worth, not financial net worth. The thing is, if you can do that, you will become successful. And the $88 is meaningless. Okay? Okay? I want you to succeed, Favor. But it comes down to this situation. 99% of the time, someone that hears this speech does absolutely nothing. And I don't feel bad. I think everybody here would agree with me. I think a few people would disagree. That's fine. But I'm 100% convinced. Right? I grew up poor. My mother didn't have $88. I didn't have $88. Well, actually, I worked, My whole life I've had multiple jobs. So I do understand the high, right? I've purchased all my clothing since I was about 11 years old. All my school supplies since, I don't know, 4th grade, 3rd grade, 5th grade. I don't know, somewhere in there. I think younger than that. I've always worked. I never had money when I grew up. Never. I grew up in a place where the most common outcome was teenage alcoholism and pregnancy. There was no work. There's no rich people. There was one street light. Yeah. There was no culture, not the kind of culture I wanted. There was nobody building me up. There was no role models. You know what is amazing about that? That I think I must have been about 16 years old. No, was I? Yeah, 16. I must have been 16 years old, maybe 15. And I said, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to see the world. I'm going to become a businessman. And now maybe I have my white male privilege. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not true. But there I was in the middle of nowhere with nothing. You know, 5 years later, no college degree or anything. 5 years later, I'm in New York City with my very first suit I bought at J.C. Penney. I'm going to my first board meeting in New York City. I'm on the subway going to Wall Street, to a high-powered law firm way up in a skyscraper. And I sit down and I'm elected to the board of directors with George Soros of the Quantum Fund, of John Allen, president of AT&T, a vice president of Arthur Andersen, a vice president of General Electric, a member of the United Nations, and Wayne McDonnell. 5 years earlier, I was sitting in that impoverished little town in absolutely middle of nowhere with the choice given, alcoholism and a pregnant girlfriend, or get the hell out, do whatever you can to change the world by changing your own world. It can happen, guys. We're not very good at seeing 5 years into the future. If someone worked 3 jobs for 5 years and saved all their money, they have what it takes to become successful. And 95% of humanity is incapable or unwilling to do it. So all you have to do is be that 5%. That's it. That's all is required. To be able to do what other people can't do or are unwilling to do. You know what they call that? Integrity. And then opportunity will find you because everybody is looking for you. See, right now, you're invisible. Lost in the crowd, right? But Morpheus is looking for you. You're lost in the matrix. But with integrity and a life focused on value creation, you invest, you don't spend, you are wise. Opportunity will seek you and opportunity will find you, and you will become a success because you are successful. Yeah, Wolf said, yeah, that must have been an amazing feeling. It was. I remember it to this day. Yeah. Yeah, was it amazing? Heck yeah. So, yeah. 5 years can be amazing, but are you focused on like this sort of dream? One day, whatever that means, you'll be successful and life will be easy. Maybe you'll have a giant boat, maybe you'll have a fast car. It's so pie in the sky. If you're a businessman, then you got a business plan. Break down the next 5 years. Tell me exactly what you're going to achieve and when you're going to achieve it. How much money are you going to save in the next 5 years? And do you have the patience, the discipline, and the guts and the personal integrity to carry it out, or are you just another daydreamer? The world's full of them and we don't need more. The world in capitalism rewards those with drive to produce more value than they consume. Your car consumes energy, spits out pollution. Is that what you're doing? Or are you like the tree living in harmony with balance? You provide value by gobbling up all the pollution and spitting out pure loveliness. To make the world a better place, you have to add more value than you take. And that's what a successful business does. It creates more value than it takes. For example, I ask $88 for Investor Bootcamp. You will probably think it's worth $1,000. Then I've made the world a better place. Cool. You're welcome. So, peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. That just happened.